So we, so we are going to start unit 2 today. And unit 2 is all about solving equations. Now, in order to be able to solve equations, we will need to be able to take phrases and like take words and turn them into math. So that's where we're going to start today. And then tomorrow we'll look at actual equations. Okay. So based on, based on our activity, okay, we're going to come up with some words that maybe we saw or maybe that we just know from before that mean our 4 different operations. And then we're going to do some practice. Okay. So if we were reading words, what are some things that we could pick out that would mean we would need to add numbers together? Reagan. Some is a great word. Tony, you have another one? Lenny? Increased by. A number is increased by. What's something else that maybe we saw? Two. What's a very simple? Total. What's a very simple word? It's probably what you used when you were like in kindergarten. Okay, add. Besides add, plus. Okay. Okay. Any other ideas on what means addition? What about more than? 3 more than a number means we'd be adding. I'm going to come back up to this one that says total, and I'm going to put all together. That's another way of saying total. Good. Okay. So let's go to our subtraction then, and I'll leave it so we can still see the addition. Okay, so Peyton, give me one for subtraction. Well, we have increased. Okay. Decreased by, Reagan, what's another one? Difference. Less than. Peyton? Minus. Okay, subtract. So I'm going to write subtracted from. Peyton? Take away. Okay, now I want you to put a star next to the less than and subtracted from. There's a little star by those, because what happens when we have those is they're sort of written backwards. So we're going to come back to multiplication and division, but what I want you to do, where it says right here, the turnaround phrases, if we have subtracted from, or if we have less than, then they're giving you the numbers in reverse order. I want you to write that, and then I have something on the board that I'm gonna point out to you. So up here I have written 3 less than a number, okay? Well, 3 less than a number really means x minus 3. 3 less than a number. It's sort of written backwards, okay? Same thing we saw in our activity before taking notes, the subtracted from. They're just, it's in a turnaround order. It's in a backwards order from what we would actually write. So you just need to be on the lookout for those. Okay. All right, let's talk about multiplication. Words or phrases that mean we need to multiply. Reagan. Product. Kadem. Okay, Reagan. What else? Aiden? Okay, good. Double. Triple. Or words like twice. Double, triple, twice. That is giving you the specific number that we need to multiply by. There was one up there. It was really weird. It was like $3 per. Okay, so that word PER, per. I'm not trying to sound like a cat. That's kind of what it sounds like. Per means multiply. There's another really short, small word that means multiply. Of. That says OF, of. This looks like a D? Okay. Did you raise your hand? I don't know, I think. Okay. All right. What is it?
Quotient.
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 I knew what you meant.
Quotient.
Divided by. Okay. What else? I mean, that's kind of like divided by. Ooh, I like that. Half, third, etc. Right? Okay, some sort of like fraction. So maybe I'm asking you to like separate into like different groups, right? It's like separate or group. Okay, sort, right? Like if I say, okay, there's 24 of you, but I want 3 groups. What am I gonna have to do? I'm gonna have to take 24 divided by 3.
Which is
8. So let's do some examples, okay? All we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to read and write a math expression, okay? So when it says 5 more than a number, okay, we know we're going to add, okay? And when it's addition, it doesn't matter what order it is in, okay? So you can write x plus 5, but if you write 5 plus x, it's not going to be wrong, okay? Okay, Payne, before you tell me, make sure you write x plus 5 in the side, okay? Okay, so Peyton, what is number 2 meaning? It's division. Now, since we are going to be solving equations, we're gonna put our big girl pants on, big boy pants on, and we are going to write division as like a fraction. So the quotient of a number and -2, I want you to write like this: x over -2. This is good. This is going to help us as we move into solving equations. Okay. Ash, what do you think about twice a number? Twice a number. Okay, what number specifically does twice imply? Multiply by what number? Okay, so 2x is what we're going for here. Jacob, what about this decreased by? What are we referring to with decreased? Subtraction. So a number, that means we're going to use like x, decreased by easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, now when you do your homework, you can refer to this chart to help you. Okay, but we are going to have to turn the page to page 2, which means you might have to flip back and forth if you need the help. Okay. All right. Kanaya, the product of a number and 12. Product is referring to what? Multiplication. So the product of a number and 12. So just write 12x. Okay. When it's a number and a variable, x is a variable, a letter. If there's nothing in between, we assume it's multiplication. All right, now here's where we have to be careful. 3 subtracted from a number. Will you turn back to page 1? Is subtracted from one of our turnaround phrases? Okay, look in the middle of page 1. Subtracted from is one of our turnaround phrases. It's in reverse order. So when we come down here, 3 subtracted from a number. 3 subtracted from a number. It's giving it to us in reverse order. This needs to be x minus 3. Okay. Tony, how would we write $15 per hour? What? Tony, $15 per hour. What do you think? What did we say per was? I'm not purring like a kitten.
Per day.
I know. So add, subtract, multiply, or divide.
Oh. Multiplication.
Okay. So 15 times a number. All right. You guys are pretty awesome. I want you to try 8 through 11. Of. Look at of and go back. Of. So I want you to look at the word, and then if you need to go back here to all of these that we wrote down, this would be a homework. So right here, if it says less than, where is less than? Right here. And since there's a star by it, it's going to be backwards. So less than means subtraction, but it's backwards. So how would you write it? You know, it's subtraction, right? So use the number. Page 3 will be. So what does this mean? Yeah. So remember how I want you to write division now? Which comes first? If it's 50 divided by several students, we want to be 50 divided by. Plenty of time. What
It's 2/5 of a number to me.
was of me?
So it's multiplication. Oh, but it says 2/5.
Yeah.
You think that's
Hey, Tatum, what do you think about 5 less than the cost of a ticket?
I got X.
X minus 5. Okay, less than is one of the turnaround phrases. Nope, it needs to be X minus 5. So remember, this is one of the ones that's written backwards. 5 less than the cost of a ticket means we're taking the ticket and subtracting $5 from it. Okay. Marco, what do you think about number 9? What'd you get? X plus 24. Okay, sum means we need to add. Alexander, I need you to focus. Okay. Sophia P, what about 50 markers divided amongst several students?
X over 50.
Okay, Sophia wrote X over 50. Did somebody write something different? What'd you write? Okay, 50 over X. If I'm taking 50 markers and I'm dividing them amongst students, and X is the number of students, would I take 50 divided by the students or the students divided by 50? We need to do 50 divided by the students, okay? Which I know that one's kind of tricky. Sophia, you are not the only person to write it like that. It's not the same thing. I have 50 markers that I need to divide amongst 10 students. How many am I going to give each of them? 5. 50 divided by 10. Okay. Now, 2/5 of a number of just means multiply. 2/5 times X. There's no giving up. Today will probably be the day you have to think the most all week, okay? I'm gonna have you start your homework. Your homework is all of page 3. How about you go ahead and get started? Oh, yep. How about you cross out number 13? We don't need to worry about square root.
No, I want to do square root.
Okay,
What about -4 times the number plus 29?
Oh, yeah.
You need to learn about negative.
Sophia, looking at